What's up guys, so today we're going to talk about the Flash finale. Over the course of the Flash CW, it's been pretty mixed as far as how good the show is written. There's definitely been some good stuff, some great stuff even, and then, well, there's some not so great things as well. I started watching this late, low-key, like maybe 2017 I think, and I fell in love with the show. I think like season 5 had just released or something. I don't like fully remember, but since then I love the show, and honestly after season 6 I was like, okay, this is pretty hit or miss now. I still love the show overall, and just in general, Grant Gustin as the Flash, and I feel like there could have been so many cool different ways to end the show. Like a really popular one that I was a fan of was if Barry became the lightning bolt that struck himself, closing the loop of the show, and then like you could just like restart from like episode 1. I think that would have been super dope, but instead we got some overhyped shit. So let's talk about why I think it was overhyped. Before we get into today's video, do you enjoy watching Spider-Man content on YouTube? If so, you found the perfect channel to join. For an affordable price of only $2 a month, you can get exclusive access to priority reply to comments, these cool custom badges I made myself, as well as some Spider-Man emojis. But wait, there's more! And lastly, you can get early access to content. If any of that sounds interesting, what are you waiting for? Join today. Thank you for your time. Back to your regularly scheduled content. Also, I don't think I need to say this, but spoilers for the Flash season finale. Gloves are off. So let's break down the episode and the parts I thought either sucked, didn't make sense, or were just like, bro, what? We start off with Barry coming back to his timeline because he was getting zapped through time. Long story short, I don't know the full context because it was kind of confusing a little bit. Negative Speed Force is basically trying to destroy Barry's timeline. Then we have Eddie Thawne from season 1. Yes, in case you haven't kept up with the show, he's back. He's a speedster, he's cobalt blue, and he is the Negative Speed Force avatar. He does not become a speedster until the last episode, which is kind of stupid, but you know, it is what it is. So I guess he uses the Negative Speed Force to bring back Reverse Flash from season 1, Zoom from season 2, Savitar from season 3, and finally Godspeed from season 7. I'm pretty sure he takes them, it's like No Way Home, he takes them from right before they die, except for Godspeed, because I don't think he actually died, but besides Godspeed, he took all of them from like right before they died. Now I did see the set photos that came out before the episode, so like I knew this was coming, and like I was so excited, like, bro, what? No way, this is gonna be fucking sick, dude. Yeah, I was wrong. So like I'm not gonna lie, we do get some cool semi-interesting character interactions between these evil speedsters, but it's also like, damn, okay, like some of them were just kind of meh. I was really interested in like Reverse Flash and Savitar, and also Savitar and Zoom interacting. And overall, I feel like it just wasn't as great as it could have been. Some of it was cool, but honestly, pretty much everyone was just egoing each other and confused why they were brought there.
The fastest man alive. You're looking at him.
Oh, please. I'm the one true god of speed.
No, I am. Before I bring this dimension to its knees, I demand to know who brought us here.
I was about to slit that brat Impulse's throat, but now I'm going to start with you first. Unless you return me to where I came from immediately.
And clearly, you have no idea who you're dealing with.
The man who helped the Flash defeat me. Any last words, Thawne?
Never. Wear white after Labor Day. And Zolomon. Love your work, although slightly derivative, don't you think? Pretending to be the Flash's ally. Let's see, whose playbook is that from?
Which is like kind of understandable, but it's also like, damn, like I don't know, I feel like they could have written it better. But come to find out, Eddie Thawne brought them back to life in the Negative Speed Force. I think, again, it's like No Way Home. They took them like right before they died, which is fine, you know, that works, besides Godspeed. Then we get to see his suit, the transformation was cool, and then he's like, do you want to kill Barry? Y'all couldn't do it alone. Imagine what we could accomplish together, essentially. So boom, okay, setup is perfect, or well, not perfect, but it's good enough, right? We get to see Barry with Iris before giving birth. She's pregnant with little Nora, until Eddie interrupts, causing Flash and Cobalt Blue to fight. We get a decent first speedster fight between them, but Eddie runs really weird. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think other people would agree though. Eddie runs a little weird, but it's okay. Some people said, how does Eddie overpower Barry? But that's kind of like saying, how was Reverse Flash able to overpower Barry in season 1, or Zoom, or Avatar, or Savitar, not Avatar, Savitar in their respective seasons? I think that's kind of a dumb point. It's obviously just superhero trope for the villain at first to outpower the hero, so I find that point dumb. But Eddie seems pretty strong. This man launched Flash into multiple cars exploding. So maybe, I don't know. I kind of see where they're coming from, but I also don't. Now this is sort of where it gets like, bro, what the fuck? Slash like, this is overhyped as fuck. So basically we get Nora, or aka XS, to save Barry from Eddie's lightning or whatever. Then the whole Team Flash shows up, which causes Eddie to call his team, aka the Legion of Zoom, I guess Eddie calls it. I think this is a comic thing, and I think Zoom is like the leader of the team in the comics. I have no clue though. I don't really read Flash comics, so I don't know if anybody like knows about that. I guess correct me in the comments. But you look at this and think, holy shit, this is insane. Like, this is about to be like one of the best fights ever. Nope. I mean, it's alright at best, but it could have been so much better. I shit you not, everybody except for Cobalt Blue dies in less than 5 minutes. It's actually insane. They make it to where literally everyone fights like who's in front of them. But the issue is that almost everybody gets defeated so easily, and the only decent fight we really get is between Barry and Eddie, but even then, like, that's kind of meh. And like the other one that's okay is Savitar and XS, but again, meh. I do like the interaction of Zoom and Reverse Flash talking to Barry / Team Flash. Savitar's was okay.
You didn't think I was gonna miss how this all turns out, did you?
We're going to slaughter your team and end your legacy forever.
No, you won't. And that's your only warning.
Tonight, we change the future.
Godspeed. This man's just a clown. Get him out of here. Also, people didn't understand why all their lightnings were red. I thought that was pretty obvious, but I guess not. The negative speed force brought them back to life. The negative speed force connection gives off the red lightning. So let's start off with Cecile versus Godspeed. Bro, what the fuck? Since when can Cecile fly? That was so unnecessary. Then we get Nora or XS versus Savitar. Keep in mind, it's literally been less than 2 minutes. I shit you not, and XS already defeated Savitar. Savitar's gone. Savitar attempts to kill XS, but XS phases so that he doesn't stab her and rips like that piece of the suit that he tried to stab her with. She rips it off and just goes behind him and stabs him in the back with it. That was like so fucking anticlimactic. Like, obviously the heroes typically don't die, but we could have gotten like a much better or longer fight than that. And then the like oh my god, this is just ridiculous. Godspeed gets defeated by Cecile. She literally is somehow just fucking up these Godspeed clones when they have lightning fast speed, and she's just a normal, or well, I guess not normal, but she's not a speedster is the point. But then she literally, like, I don't know what she just did, but that's how she defeated Godspeed. Like, what, bro? I know like plot convenience, but come on, I don't know. Like, they could have did so much better. And I know her powers are like telepathic, but like, again, what? Then we get a scene with Reverse Flash and Chester. I like Reverse Flash's charisma and interactions in the scene. I thought they were okay.
Ready? I love what you've done with the place.
But bro proceeds to take abnormally, unnecessarily long to kill Chester with his negative speed force lightning until Allegra eventually stops Reverse Flash. Then we go to Zoom, who's confronted by a police barricade. And basically Zoom attempts to do what Barry first attempted to do to Zoom when Barry ran in circles throwing lightning at him. Zoom did that to Kaine, but Kaine absorbed it and just threw it back at Zoom. Like, bruh, what? I think they could have made this last episode longer to make some better and little longer fight scenes. But also the main thing I think is that it should have been Flash versus everybody at first, till he's about to die, then the rest of Team Flash could pull up. I think it would have been so much better, just because we could have got more scenes between Barry and maybe each speedster, like individually, kind of a little bit before the fight. Then we could have had some fight scenes of them all trying to gang up on Flash, and maybe Flash evaded them all for a small period of time until Eddie catches up and knocks Flash down. Because like Barry's literally faster than all of them except for Cobalt Blue. Cobalt Blue is faster, but Barry is faster than literally all the other speedsters. Barry is faster than Godspeed, he's faster than Zoom, he's faster than Savitar, and Reverse Flash. Especially since, I don't know, I forgot what it was. What season was it? I don't know what season it was. Maybe it was 7, I think. But Flash literally like took Reverse Flash and like flipped him and like threw him. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Flash got faster than Reverse Flash, and I'm pretty sure it was season 7. So Flash is literally faster than all of them except Cobalt Blue. So I think Barry could have handled his own for a little bit before Team Flash arrived. I don't think he needed help like right then and there. So on paper, bringing back Zoom, Reverse Flash, and Godspeed for a team up against Flash was a good idea. It just wasn't properly executed. As far as Chegra, they could have been better written characters overall throughout the show, but I personally liked them as a couple. That's my hot take for this show. I liked them, but they definitely could have been better written. And then Jay Garrick just randomly shows up and steals Eddie's speed. I feel like that was kind of just random, but I guess I get it because he was about to kill an innocent if Flash didn't allow Eddie to kill Flash or whatever. So this causes Eddie to go to the negative speed force to feed off it to gain as much speed as possible. But I think this is what Thawne did last season, but Barry knows what will happen if Eddie goes through with this. Barry knows that it's going to kill Eddie, and he wants to save Eddie but also save his timeline, his family, and everyone. And it all seems so impossible because Eddie hates Barry for stealing his life. So Keone has, this talk with Barry, and I thought this scene was good between Barry and Keone. So Barry gets inside the negative speed force eventually to talk to Eddie. Eddie is not buying what Barry is saying at first and is whooping Flash's ass, bro. He is fucking handing him his ass. Like, it's crazy. Until Barry starts to reason with Eddie, and I think this would have been fine if it wasn't so overdone in the show previous times. Like, I don't remember what villains he did it with, but I know he's done this before. He's just like talked the villains down. If this like wasn't done as much before, I think this would have been completely fine and worked well, but it's been overdone in the show, so it just doesn't really work as well. I think the moment that Eddie realized, or like kind of like got him to like turn around a little bit, is because Barry says,
You see what's happening? You've become the person you died trying to stop.
And that kind of sets in Eddie's mind like, damn, you kind of right. So he drops the crystal that was giving him his speed, and Cobalt Blue costume disappears, and yeah, so that's the end of Cobalt Blue. I do kind of like how Barry brought that up. Like you literally died trying to stop Reverse Flash, and yet you've become a Reverse Flash. So I like that aspect of it. But yeah, we get a scene of the whole gang just chilling, waiting for Iris to give birth. I think we see a Wells return. I don't know what Wells this is specifically, but he's here to take Keone to her ascension because she served her purpose down in Earth, helping Barry stop Cobalt Blue. Iris gives birth. We get a montage flashback scene, which was cool. Then Keone leaves and returns. Caitlin, which I thought was definitely a great choice. Like, I was like, there's no way Caitlin's not returning, right? But sadly we couldn't get Cisco to return for the season finale either. Apparently it was like scheduling conflicts because he has his own projects going on, which definitely sucked because he was a season regular for 7 seasons. It would have been nice to at least maybe get like an audio recording for him, or like FaceTime, something, anything would have been good. But sadly, we never got Cisco return for the finale, so that sucked. We get a party scene with everyone, and Joe ends up proposing to Cecile. I thought this was good. Also, Iris won her Pulitzer. I think originally it was supposed to be for the Flash Vanishes in Crisis article, but instead it was for the Red Death article, I think. I don't know though. Then we get a cool scene of Barry and Iris doing, you know, just baby things, and Barry's like, hey, stop crying, let me tell you a story, but first I need you to believe in the impossible, and tells her he's fast, and like, you know, it's this cool sentimental moment. And we get a final run / monologue, and he goes back to where he first started training with his powers back in the pilot episode, the Ferris Air Testing Facility. He's running, and then he just throws lightning in the sky, and he says, my friend Oliver said the lightning chose me. So now he's doing the choosing, and he chooses Avery Ho, Max Mercury, and Jess Chambers, who I think are all speedsters in the comics in different universes. If I'm not wrong, correct me in the comments if I am. Again, I don't read Flash comics, so I don't know. But yeah, that was basically the finale, and if I'm gonna be real, I think the true ending to the Flash is episode 10 of season 9, because I don't know, like the whole first half of this finale was messy and not written as well, or thought out, I think, at least. The second half was pretty good, decent, but didn't make up for how messy the first half was. Ultimately, I will always love the show, and a lot of others will too, but this season finale was not it. Oh wait, I meant like the first half of season 9 was iffy and not written well. The second half was pretty good for the most part, except for like that last episode. The last episode, not as good as it should have been, but the second half of season 9 is definitely better than the first half. Grant Gustin as the Flash is such good casting. The problem is he was given a bad script sometimes. He wasn't given good material to work with, but he did best with what he was given. I would say Grant Gustin is the Andrew Garfield of DC. So what do you think of the Flash season 9 finale, the final episode of the Flash, as sad as that is to say? Make sure you comment your opinion down below so I can discuss all that with you in the comment section. Thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. If you are new to the channel, I cover Spider-Man related scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows, and I try to upload as much as I can. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. If you want more of this type of content, leave a like on the video. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left if you haven't already. I hope you ever had a good day and that you enjoyed the video. Until next time.